Alrighty.
Hello.
Welcome to
Cougar Walk and Talk.
Episode, wow, we're on episode 9.
Yeah. I know, we're almost to double digits.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy,
We've been devoted to this.
Ooh. Thank you if you've been watching.
Yeah, and if you just started watching, then thank you too.
Very true.
Yeah.
I got my Moroccan mint tea.
I just have water.
Valid. I don't like water.
Water's good for you. Drink water.
Water actually doesn't exist.
Oh wait, you were telling me about that.
Yeah, because it's clear and you can't smell it. It doesn't taste like anything. So it's made by the government.
Flashback to the conspiracy episode.
Yeah, for real. Water doesn't exist.
So, Anna, what's our first topic going to be today?
Our first topic is going to be childhood stories.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, so a little bit like childhood nostalgia, except instead of talking about pop culture, then we'll just be telling stories about our childhood.
Yeah, which I think is
non-detail specific.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
no, my address was blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to think of stuff. I just, like, whenever I think about, like, childhood memories, I always think about the street that I used to live on. Because I swear, like, every house had, like, 1 or 2 kids. And so we were all just, like, we would always, like, play together. It was really fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, my neighborhood doesn't have a whole lot of kids that I know. Or knew, because I'm an adult now. But
yeah. No, it was really fun because, like, there was our direct neighbors on both sides. And then 4 houses down was one of my best friends. And then 4 houses down the other way was this kid named Matthew. And then across the street was another friend, but then I think she moved. And then down the street there was another friend, and he was kind of weird. And then my backyard neighbor was another friend. So it was like like every house had a kid.
Huh, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
No, I only knew like 1 kid or maybe 2 kids who were in my neighborhood, because one of them I went to school with them, and the other, my sister and I were friends with her, but she moved away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was telling you about that.
Yeah, it's hard when people move, I feel like. Especially when you're young.
Yeah.
I remember that. Because I moved, I feel like, a moderate amount. Like, I wouldn't say a lot, because some people move, like, a lot.
But I have not moved since I was 5 years old.
Yeah. See, I moved when I was 4, and then 5, I think. That or it was 5 and 6. I was in a different place, and then I came back until I think I was 10, and then we moved again. So I've been in 4 houses.
I have been in also 4, actually.
Because you went a lot in the first 5 years?
Yeah, because we moved somewhere else when I was like 2 months old, and then we moved to a different house when I was 3.
Yeah.
And then to a different house when I was 5, and then back to the other house.
Wait, it was the same house?
Yeah, it was the same house. Well, because it didn't sell.
Oh, but that's cool.
Yeah, so we just like moved back into the same house because we didn't like where we were living.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't remember that. Did you tell me that it was the same house?
Maybe. I don't think so.
That's really cool.
No, it was the same. I've been in the same house since I was, barring the like time for like 8 months when we moved somewhere else. But I've been in the same, other than that, I've been in the same house since I was 3.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I think. Wow. Yeah. Also, if you hear the, like, applause or something, whatever's going on up there, I don't know what's happening.
Imagine we're just recording in the... Case in point. Imagine we're just recording and we get, like, this flood of people behind us.
Oh my gosh, that'd be funny. That'd be really funny.
I think I think there's some kind of an admissions event going on.
Yeah, that
Because
might be it.
this weekend has been one of those. Because is it this weekend or next weekend that people
The
are
trustees?
hosting the trustees?
I think it was this weekend because I remember I couldn't do
Okay.
it.
Oh yeah, because I couldn't either.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that would
That's
make
probably it.
sense why there was that tour yesterday that I told you about.
Oh, with like a ton of people?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you know what? There, this happened recently. It was funny. I saw like a huge group of people, and I was like, whoa, why is the tour so big? But then I realized it
Was it the
was,
middle schoolers?
no, you saw them too?
The middle schoolers?
No, yeah, but no, it was the baseball team, and I
Oh,
don't,
what?
but they were like on the other side, and so I just saw like a huge group of people and thought it was a tour.
Hmm. Interesting.
But the middle schoolers the other day on West, right?
No, I saw them over here because I was in the dining hall when they all flooded into the dining hall.
Get out of here! Oh my gosh.
Why?
I just personally, I think it's a little weird if you are looking for a college in middle school.
Well, a lot of middle schoolers come here for like a field trip conference type thing. They're not touring college. They're here for like some kind of a field trip.
Yeah, that makes sense, but still.
Does the video still look all right?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, it's like
It's very
it's
sunny.
like 11 a.m. when we're recording this.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the sun's like right there.
Yeah. um, but let's see.
Yeah,
What childhood stories do you have?
trying to think. Um, I just thought this is a time for unlocking memories. I just thought
Okay.
of this one time when I was. A lot of the childhood stories I have are like school related.
Huh.
So I just thought of this one time when this one project that we did when I was in fourth grade, and we did like this Oregon Trail simulation.
Oh,
Did you
wait,
ever
you
do
told me
those?
about this.
Yeah, and so everyone in the class was split up into like 5 different families, and we basically needed to like create some kind of a. Where's the cheering again?
Yeah.
We needed to create this plan basically for how we were going to survive and what supplies we had and yada yada. And so like we needed to take stock of how many bison we had and how much food we had and how far that would get us to the Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while there would be like trials thrown at us throughout the project, and we needed to choose as a family like how we were going to survive the trials. And I think only one person there were 5 people in my group. I think only one person survived.
Whoa.
Because one person who was in the group left the school.
Oh.
Um, and then me and one of my friends, I think, drowned in a river. And then one of my friends, I think, got eaten by a bear.
That's gruesome.
And then only one, it's not gruesome, it's grisly.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah. So only one person actually survived. And, well, wait a second, did they survive?
No, they got dysentery.
But because I'm questioning now whether they survived, because I remember that there was only one group that actually made it to the Oregon Trail, because they rented like some kind of a like, I don't know, bed and breakfast or
What?
whatever the like 1800s version of a bed and breakfast was. They rented like some bed and breakfast from a group of Native Americans,
Oh.
and they survived because of that.
Hmm. Yeah.
Watch out!
Oh, am I
Shaking the
bouncing
table.
it?
You're bouncing the table. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. But yeah, no. You know what? This wasn't really childhood. It was more like teenage years. I don't know,
That
like early
counts.
teens. We had these little consoles, and it was funny because they like resembled like arcade games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the shape of it. So we had one for Frogger and one for the Oregon Trail.
Mm.
And yeah, it'd just be funny. And then also, I was also obsessed with this theater company called Star Kid,
Okay.
and they had um, an interactive musical called The Oregon Trail. But
Huh.
yeah,
That's really interesting.
yeah,
An interactive musical about the Oregon Trail.
yes. So it was based off the game console, because on the game
Okay.
console you can like choose what happens, and you can like pick their names and stuff, right? So at the beginning they had you name each character, but the audience would like do like really random names. Like I watched this one online. I can't remember, but I think like the daughter's name was like Buttface. So
What?
like, well, because the audience was just like, ah! They would like shout out random things.
Okay.
It was a comedy, if you can't tell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Comedy about the Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
That's something.
Yeah, and everyone got dysentery.
What even is dysentery?
Well, it's when you drink water that.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, I remember now what it is. That's unfortunate. Yeah.
But you know what is crazy? Also, you remember learning about that one family, and they just like all became cannibals because they were starving?
Oh, the Dahmers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That was I don't like that. That makes me very uncomfortable. Cannibalism makes me very uneased.
How did we go from talking about childhood stories to cannibalism? This took a turn.
The Oregon Trail.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about a different topic.
Yes, okay. Yes. I'm getting off topic. I did dance growing up. That was like pretty much all I did. Because I did it for like, well, you know this, but I did it for 13 years, and then I did it competitive for 4 years. But I was like really into it. Like I would like dance for 24 hours a week. So it was like,
wow, part-time job right there.
For real.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy actually. I can't imagine
well, because I was homeschooled.
Oh,
so I had a lot of
that
time.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. I was homeschooled until my junior year. Then I went to public school. And everyone's like, oh, was it a shock? Like, were you shocked about what public school was like? I was like, no, not at all. Like, I feel like people think of homeschoolers as like very sheltered and like uncivilized, but I'm like, no.
I don't know. Most of my friends back home are homeschooled, so
maybe it's just a California thing.
Maybe.
But like when people find out I'm homeschooled, they were like, "What? I would never have guessed you were homeschooled."
I don't know. I have so many friends who were homeschooled, and they turned out just fine because they're some of my best friends.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. That's why I think there's like a misconception.
Mm.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think of other stories. Oh, I got one. Okay. So, I mentioned in the childhood obsession episode that I was obsessed with Super Mario as a child.
Mm-hmm.
So my favorite game when I was a kid was Super Mario 64 DS. Specifically the DS version, because we didn't have an N64. But when I remember when I got to the Chief Chill. No, it wasn't the Chief Chili battle. It was the King Boo battle where you unlock Luigi, and it's like halfway through the game. But I literally could not get this battle now, and I could. It wasn't the King Boo battle. It was the Chief Chili battle.
Oh.
Yeah, not King Boo. It was the Chief Chili battle when you get Wario, when you unlock Wario, like 2/3 of the way through the game, and I legitimately could, like, for the life of me, I could not beat this boss. I must have. I tried so many times. I literally could not get it. So at my 9th birthday party, like, then I, then one of my friends was there who was also obsessed with Mario.
Yeah.
And so I gave her my DS, and she beat the Chief Chili battle for me.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't even like go to beat the boss the first time around. My friend did it for me.
That's funny.
And then, like, 3 or 4 months, and then I got, a little farther in game, and then 3 or 4 months later, then there was a mishap, and my file got partially deleted.
That's sad.
Well,
wait, did it reset you?
Well, because the person who, I'm not going to name who the specific person is, but if they're watching, I guess they know who they are. Because there was a mishap where the person who had the other, like, one of the other save files on the game was farther back than me, and they didn't want to have to do the work in the game to get as far as me, so they tried to copy my stars to their file, but then they accidentally copied their stars to my file.
Oh my god.
And so I went from like 90 stars down to like 15. And I had to redo like all the stuff in the game.
That's sad.
Including the Chief Chili battle, but I actually beat the Chief Chili battle the second time around.
That's good. That's
so
good. At least you got to say that you beat it.
Yeah, and I eventually actually beat the game, so.
Yeah. So that's good.
Everything worked out.
Yeah. That reminded me of something. Oh, yeah. We had like DS's when I was young. They were my brothers though. But literally the only game I would play on it was the drawing game.
The Flip Note Studio.
Yeah, that's the only one that I would do.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, we had like actual like games, but I don't know why. I just, that was all I would do.
Oh my goodness. No, I used to go on the Flip Note Studio. Wait, the Flip Note Studio or PictoChat?
PictoChat.
Oh, PictoChat. Yeah, okay. Yeah, those are very different things.
Oh.
No, my sister and I used to go on to PictoChat all the time, and we would just like literally just sit next to each other and draw each other random messages.
Yeah.
Sitting next to each other.
It's funny.
Yeah. Did you ever use the Flip Note Studio?
I don't think so.
No?
I was very young.
Oh, well, you know what? Or you had a classic DS, which I don't think the classic DSs had Flip Note Studio, but we had DSIs.
Yeah. I think ours were like older.
Okay. Yeah, because the DSs didn't have Flip Note Studio, I don't think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also played a lot of Club Penguin.
You mentioned that before, yeah.
Yeah, and then I also played Animal Jam.
I never played either of those.
Oh, wait, no, I actually remember what I was going to say, because you were talking about your birthday party.
Uh-huh.
Yes. For my 8th birthday party, that was my best birthday party I've ever had, because it was monkey themed, because I loved monkeys. And I think it was because my nickname was Anna Banana, and so my brain was just like, banana, monkey. But I like invited a whole ton of people. Like, I think we invited like 40 different families.
Whoa.
So I don't know why, but like my 8th birthday party was just it.
That was the social scene of the year. Was this one kid's 8th birthday party?
Yeah, it's funny. Oh my gosh. But you know what I was thinking about the other day?
What's that?
At that 8th birthday party, someone gave me this Princess Celestia like toy, right?
Okay.
From My Little Pony, and I remember I lost her crown.
Okay.
And then like a few months later, she came to my house, and I got so anxious that she was gonna see that the crown was missing and get really mad. So what I did was I took like this Barbie crown that I had, and I put it on the Celestian doll so that she wouldn't notice. Because she was like a huge My Little Pony fan, and so I was like,
What?
even though she probably like wouldn't even care.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's funny. I don't know why I was so like paranoid about that. I was just like, I also made a lot of forts growing up, like in my room.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I remember making a couple of blanket forts when I was a kid because we had those like really tall backed dining room chairs.
Oh,
like the ones
yeah.
with like the tall wooden backs.
Yeah.
And so we used to put those like drag all, and we had like six of them. And so we used to drag them into the living room, which wasn't an easy feat because we have carpeted floors.
Oh,
so we used to drag them into the living room and just like throw all the blankets over them, and like the entire living room would be occupied with this big blanket fort.
Yeah.
That was when I was like really little though.
I remember there was one blanket fort that I made, and that was like the best one because you've seen my living room, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
My living room's pretty big, right? And it covered the whole living room. I don't know how we did it, but there was like multiple rooms in the blanket fort. Like,
What?
I think we like spent a lot of time on it, and then we like played Minecraft and ate popcorn. And that was when I first watched the movie Moana.
Oh.
Because
so this must have been past 2016 because Moana was released in 2016.
Oh, get this. But I watched Moana on a pirated movie website, and I think it was like when it came out.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. It was fun.
Okay. You know what I just thought of
What?
when you were talking about like this huge blanket fort with multiple rooms? Okay. Shout out to anyone who is watching who has seen Community. There was this one episode of Community when two of the characters, Troy and Abed, made this giant blanket. It takes place at a community college. But two of the characters made this giant blanket fort that stretched across like the entire college campus, and it had a bunch of different districts inside of it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then at the end of the episode, then they had a chase scene through the blanket fort. What was it? I'm trying to think of what it was called. I think it was called Fluffy Town. It was called Fluffy Town because like a season later, then they did like this one episode where it was like a Civil War parody where they were going to make a pillow fort this time instead of a blanket fort, but then they got into this big fight about whether to do a pillow fort or a blanket fort.
Yeah.
And so then one of them did a blanket fort called Blanketsburg, and one of them did a pillow fort called New Fluffy Town instead of Fluffy Town. And then it was like this civil war between the two nations.
It's hilarious.
But yeah, whenever I think of blanket forts, and I always think of Community when they made the giant blanket forts that stretched across the entire campus.
Yeah. No, I don't know though. I feel like doing things like that as a kid were just like awesome. I don't know.
Yeah. Another thing we used to do is my sister and I used to jump on the couch a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think we weren't supposed to do that, but I definitely did it a couple times. But yeah, no, I was obsessed with like making like little secret areas as a kid, and I don't know why. Like I wanted like a secret like hideout, I guess. But like the thing is like I would put it in the most random places. Like at my old house, there was the bathroom, right? And then the bathroom had a counter, right? And then there was a wall, and on the other side there was like a counter that kind of like mirrored it almost, right? And so one time I thumbtacked a blanket to the wall because it was like an alcove kind of, right? And so it covered the counter, and then I just sat in there. And like, also I remember one time, we have this like workout like pull-up bar thing, right? But it has like two shelves for some reason. I don't know how to explain this. And then I laid like wooden planks across the armrest, and then I sat up there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Reminds me of childhood hide and seek in your house, in a house.
Mm.
Our two go-to spots were our closet and the cereal cupboard.
Oh my gosh. Was it like one of those cupboards that's like in the corner and it's like...
No, it was just like a regular like open and shut cupboard.
That's
but
funny.
it was like it's like deep back.
Yeah.
And so yeah, when we were kids, we always used to just like hide in the cereal cupboard. Well, we would take out all of the cereal and put it on the counter, and then hide in the cereal cupboard. And then it's so obvious where we are because all of the cereal is on the counter.
I remember one time I played hide and seek with one of my friends, and I did this thing where like, okay, so you know like when there's a door frame but there's no door?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So basically we had one of those, and I just kind of climbed up it, but like, so like my back was pressed against one side and my feet were pressed against the other side, and I like inched myself the way up all the way to the ceiling, and then I was like, okay, come find me, and he was like, where are you? But he just wouldn't look up. And I was right above him.
Oh my goodness.
That's funny.
Alright. Let me see. Is there anything else that is interesting that has oh, spider on my hand.
Oh, careful.
That was fun.
Oh, there was actually another thing that I remembered
Okay.
when you were saying the Oregon Trail thing.
Oh, no.
But it's not the Oregon Trail, it was the Gold Rush. Okay? We went to this like place where they like had us like learn about the gold rush, and we had to like sift through the stuff to find gold.
Mm-hmm.
But there was also like a zip line, right? And it was like over this like canyon, right? It was, I forgot what it was called, but I like looked it up, and it's like Death something.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm gonna search for that.
Yeah, but like the thing is, the thing is that my friend's mom got stuck in the middle of the zip line because she didn't put her feet down at the end. So then she just swung back and she got stuck in the middle.
Oh,
so they had to
no.
send someone out there to throw a rope to her, and then they brought her back. It was crazy. Crazy.
You said that it was during the gold rush? Is that?
Yeah, it's like at this gold rush place. I'm gonna look up. I think it's like, oh no, Skull Zipline.
Skull Zipline?
I think that's what it was called. Skull Canyon. Canyon. Yes.
Okay. Oh, no thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, is it one of those like zipline roller coasters?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was like, is this fun?
Oh, no thank you.
Oh, I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, probably not, because the video's kind of washed out.
Yeah, so she got stuck in there.
Oh.
She got stuck like right there.
Oh, no thank you.
Yeah, it was scary.
No thank you. Oof.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like heights.
Mm-mm.
Well, we talked about that on the Fears episode.
Yeah.
Oof. No thank you.
Should we talk about personal projects?
Yeah. So, yeah, look, we have our second
topic
topic for the day. We're going to...
Personal projects. Why are there bugs?
I don't know. Because it's outside.
Yeah, but there's more bugs than usual. So we did post a
poll this week.
And guess what? We got more than one response.
Oh, how many responses did we get, Anna?
We got 3. Let's
Wow.
go. All right. So the first one from Emily is planning hangouts with friends for the summer. I
That
like
is
that.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's something I'm not the best at, is like keeping in touch with people from
Yeah.
home. So I think that's actually very, very good.
Yeah. See, I keep in touch with my friends from home through like group chats, and we have a Discord server.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to do it. But I'm not a huge fan of group chats.
Yeah. I'm in so many group chats. Our group chats get really chaotic sometimes. Like when I first, because my friends back home, then and I like we have a group chat, and when I first joined the group chat, then like within the week, then we were talking about like methods of world domination.
Oh my god.
And then there was the infinite, and then there was like one point when we spent like probably two, 3 solid hours debating what's the best M&M color, and I think like two or three people left the group chat
What?
because of that.
That's actually insane. Why? Yeah. So I think that one is good. And the
Yeah.
second
Oh,
one.
wait a second. What was it again?
Planning hangouts with
Hangouts
friends.
with friends for the summer. Okay.
I think that's really good.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. So, what month are we in? February?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we go on break in May.
Okay. Yeah. I need to start planning something for those people.
Yeah,
Because I live far. Because that I live far enough away that I don't go home. Really, I can't really go home during like the shorter breaks and on weekends and stuff. But I know a lot of people live close. Like even if you live like
I live relatively
like
close.
2, 3, 4 hours away, then a lot of people go home during the weekend, and I can't really do that. So yeah.
I think that's
and so
cool.
yeah, when I get to go home and see my friends during the summer and winter break, then I'm always telling them like, oh, we need to hang out, before I go back to school.
Yeah.
And we usually are able to. I know, like last summer, then I planned. Then like the week before I came back, I planned a game night. Well, not a game night, but like a board game thing at a coffee shop.
Yeah.
And that was really fun because we had only planned the board game thing, and then we ended up going to Fred Meyer for like an hour and looking at all the Legos and stuff, and then we ended up going to this park and playing like.
I love when things like branch off like that.
And we ended up staying at this park until like 9 at night.
I love that. I love doing things like that.
Yeah.
When you just like don't really like, you have like a small plan, but you just kind of do whatever. That's the best.
Wait. Is that Thunderstruck?
Yeah.
Someone's playing Thunderstruck.
I think it's the baseball.
Oh, yeah.
No, you know what? Yeah, I think it is. I think it's the baseball. Because it sounds like it's coming from over there.
Okay. Yeah, the baseball team plays music while they're practicing.
Yeah.
And now they are apparently playing Thunderstruck.
Yeah.
No, that was so random. I was just like,
because you hear the
yeah. Have you seen this is random, like, and off topic, but have you seen the video on YouTube of the guy who like recorded his baby making sounds?
Yes, I remember.
And then like put all of the sounds to Thunderstruck.
Yeah, that was funny.
And it was like this baby just singing Thunderstruck with like all of his sounds.
Yeah, that's so cute. Yeah. The second response was an animation dancing emoji, star emoji from Kylie.
Oh, wait, that's really cool. Oh, well, because she can draw.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen her drawings. Literally, the first conversation I ever had with her was about drawing.
That's really cool.
Yeah. That's Kylie, if you're watching this, that's really cool.
Proud of you.
Yeah. People who can animate get so much respect from me, honestly, because that's a process.
Yeah.
And I love animation, and so it's so interesting because I used to not really love anime. Well, because I grew up watching animated movies.
Yeah.
But I was never a huge fan of the process, and so whenever I would go and look at the deleted scenes of the movies, then I would always skip past like the animatics and the rough CG.
Yeah.
And the rough CGI. because I was like, that's so ugly. But then, like, ever since watching, I think it was like when I watched Encanto. Then I started getting more into animation, and like now I really appreciate like rough animation and storyboards and animatics and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, but no, that's so cool. I love seeing animation that people do.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember in middle school, I never told you this because I was kind of
Okay.
like, no one go find this. I think I deleted all the videos, but I used to have a YouTube channel
Oh,
where I had like this free animation app downloaded on my phone, and I didn't even have like a
stylus.
stylus or anything. I just used my fingers, so it was like really bad. And like I would animate to like random like musical theater songs. It was
Oh my
just
goodness. Yeah. I wish I could draw so that I could do like animatics of some of the characters that
no,
I
mine were
create.
so bad. Mine were so bad.
Yeah.
Literally, uh,
Yeah.
no one go find that.
Yes. So respect to any animators out there. Y'all
Yes,
are awesome.
good job. And then
Yeah.
the third one is from my dad. He said Shadow Theater, and that
Shadow
one,
theater. What is shadow theater?
Shadow Theater, it looks really cool. I don't know if I can. Okay, so basically, I don't think it'll show on there, but it looks like that, right from the back. But then when you turn it around and turn off the lights, it's like that.
Oh. Oh, it's like the thing that people do on America's Got Talent where they're like dancing behind a sheet.
Kind of, yeah. It's like
It's like a puppet show but with
yeah,
shadows.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly,
okay.
exactly. So
That's
he's
cool.
doing that for his students because he's a teacher.
Nice.
Yeah. So I always like the little projects that my
Yeah,
dad
that's so
does
cool.
because he was also working. I think you remember he was working on the masks
Oh yeah, I
over
remember
Thanksgiving
that.
break.
Yeah.
He made a bunch of animal masks, and they look really good. So
Yeah, they do.
props to you, Dad. I love my dad.
I love my dad too.
Dads are cool.
Yeah. Shout out to dads.
Shout out to dads.
Yeah.
What personal project are you working on?
Ooh, let me see. Well, I have mentioned before that I am a screenwriting major, and so pretty much all of the projects that I am working on are writing projects. Um, I'm working on one right now. I got the first draft written. I'm gonna get some feedback on it, and it's like this mockumentary. It's like this mockumentary about like a film about like a college film crew that's entering this film competition, and it's basically kind of detailing like their trials throughout like the week of filming before the competition.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a meta mockumentary.
Oh, that's so cool.
And then let me see, what else am I working on? I'm working on two personal writing projects that aren't for school because that's for a class. But one of them is like a superhero TV show, and so I've got the characters and everything um, all planned, and so right now I'm kind of like I'm writing a pilot for that,
Hmm.
but it's about like these like actors on a superhero show who are
Yeah.
actually superheroes in real life, and so I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah.
That sounds really cool.
And so I'm really excited for that because I love the characters that I've made for that.
Yeah.
And then the other one that I am working on is a feature film that I don't even know how many pages I'm in for this. I think I've been kind of jumping around in this one, and I need to write more of it because I am not very far. I have like the entire thing planned out. I have like an entire story outline for this thing
Yeah.
of everything that happens and the like character arcs and stuff. But I just need to write it. But it's And it's like this Trolls meets Shrim the Beast type thing.
Oh.
And there's basically like this little forest community, and this like outcast in the forest community makes a deal with this like supernatural being to basically make his life better, but then it actually makes everything in the village worse. And so he teams up with the village's princess to go and fix everything.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that too.
That sounds really
I need
cool.
to finish writing that because like I said, it's a feature and it's my favorite project that I've worked on so far. And so I need to, I don't know, one of these days I need to just like put out a solid 2 hours and just write more of this thing, because I don't think I've opened the document in a good while.
That's so cool though.
Yeah.
That sounds really interesting.
So yeah, I love my writing projects. I think I get more excited about planning the writing projects than actually writing them, because I love because I like creating the characters and trying to figure out, like what happens in the story and everything. But then once I actually sit down to write, then I'm like, how do I word this? What should they say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's a process.
Yeah.
But I get really excited about everything that I write. I have like this entire document of all of my story ideas and then the dates that I came up with them.
That's so cool.
And so, yeah. But that was one of my New Year's resolutions, was to try to finish projects before starting, instead of just starting them, because I have a habit of because I get so excited about all of these story ideas that I have that I tend to start like so many of these projects and make the characters and everything, but then never actually finish writing the thing. So.
Yeah, for me, I don't think I told you this, but the other week I spent like 4 hours just like world building this one thing.
Oh, no, you didn't tell me about that.
Yeah.
Is it a writing project? Or?
No, I'm not gonna write, but I used to do this when I was younger. I would just like come up with I would call it an imaginary world, but it was just like when you like daydream.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, I don't know why, but I like to like come up with like plots, but not really like track them out. Like it's like a continuous thing that I just do when I'm bored. But so I spent like 4 hours like coming up with this one world because I wanted to like make it more interesting. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, you're gonna have to tell me about that later.
I will. I definitely will.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah. I like it, but I feel like I'm not really good with like developing characters and stuff. Like I've got like the world down to like a such specific like.
You know what I should give you? I have this book about basically like creating characters.
Yeah.
And it goes through like different inspirations to where you can find characters and what you need to do for them. So I can let you borrow the book. Not now though, because somebody else is currently borrowing the book. But after he gives it back to me, then you can borrow the book.
That sounds great. Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm doing that, and then also I'm part of Azusa Dance Sports.
Yes, go see their concert on April 26th. It's a Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah.
And basically, I'm still working on some of the choreography, so that's another personal project. This is the choreography for some of my dances.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm kind of doing.
It's pretty cool. I'm not part of Azusa Dance Force, but
huge supporter.
Also,
I'm like playing with a string. But yeah.
Nice. Any other projects you're working on?
No, that's kind of it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm working on. I don't think there's really anything else I'm working on either, honestly.
Yeah.
It's mostly just the... Oh, I am currently in the process of, for one of my classes, I'm speccing the TV show Will Trent.
Oh yes.
And so I'm working on that this semester, so that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yay!
All right, and then final thing that we're going to talk about is we haven't done this since last year.
Yeah, I think like the second episode.
Second episode or something, yeah. Or the first, even.
Yeah. I don't remember.
It was the first, because we went over movies and current events in the first episode.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So, current events happening on campus.
What are they?
I have some written down here. Firstly, I'm probably going to post this actually the same day that we're recording it, which is Saturday.
But last night was the gala.
Last night was the gala, yeah, which I don't. Yeah, we didn't go. I went and saw Pride and Prejudice, which leads us into our first event. Is the APU Theater right now is putting on Pride and Prejudice, and so they have another show tonight.
Yeah, I'm ushering.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And then next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Saturday, I believe they have a matinee and the evening show. So I don't know if tickets are still available, but if they are, you should go see it because it's pretty good. I remember reading the helicopter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember reading.
So loud.
Yeah.
And the music is loud.
It echoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I read the book when I was in 9th grade. I never actually finished the book, though. No, but I could pinpoint, like, the exact moment in the play that, like, was the part of the book that I stopped on.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, Pride and Prejudice was really good. Because I have a lot of friends who are in it, and honestly, they did an amazing job there, so.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. And then I have some friends who were working it too. So, yeah.
I know. I'm really excited.
Yeah. So Pride and Prejudice is rest of this weekend and then next weekend, and then let me get to my other stuff here. And then if I post this afternoon, like I'm going to, then and you watch it this afternoon, then. Tonight, the Creation Nation, the animation club on campus, is having doing a student short film showcase for all of the animation students.
Nice.
And so, go to that if I post this today and you're watching this today. If I don't post this today or you're not watching this today, then it already happened. But go to other Creation Nation events because they're awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, let me get to these.
Let's see.
These here.
I'm trying to think of what else.
Okay, let me see. Next Friday, the 21st, then I think it's the Student Center for Reconciliation and Diversity is hosting Family Feud.
Oh, yes.
And so I think it's staff versus BSA, which is the Black Student Association. Mm-hmm. And so we're probably going to go watch. Really so we did that last year, which went interestingly. Yeah. But students aren't participating this year, but we're going to go watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's next Friday at 5 p.m. in the UTCC. Mm-hmm. And then the Friday after that, the 28th, from 6 to 8 p.m. in UTCC, then the BSA is hosting Expressions, which is like a musical and artistic showcase of students. And so y'all should go to that.
Yeah.
And then
that sounds fun.
Let me see. I have some other stuff written down. On Thursday the 27th, from what time? 3 to 4:30 on Trinity Lawn.
Not the yard.
On Trinity Lawn, then Residence Life is doing their monthly pop-up program, and so this says it's the Snap Crackle Pop-Up.
Oh,
so I don't know what that is.
Are they gonna have the cereal?
I wonder if they're gonna have cereal or maybe like some kind of a Rice Krispie dessert.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Yeah. So that's on the.
Are we good?
Oh
well,
yeah, my card is almost out of power, but it's still recording. So we'll just
wrap it up.
Finish up speedy quick.
Yeah.